Hi everyone, it's me Sandy Hartz with another video that will bring you a little bit more flow to your yoga practice. I call this Slow the Flow Down. Each of the poses that we're going to link to, we're going to stay in for several breaths before we go to the next one. As always, make sure that you're warm, that your body feels warm. If not, come back to this video after you have warmed up. So let's begin with a straddle. And we're going to take the straddle to Warrior Two by turning out the right foot and then taking that deep knee bend. Feel that nice stretch going through your hip flexor. We have that compassionate warrior gaze. Taking this with an inhale now to slowly straighten your right leg. Exhale to triangle pose. Find those beautiful long lines, all right? So we're going further to the right before we go further down so we can keep a nice long rib cage. Finding your head and gaze comfortably placed. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, bend your right knee again, bend your right elbow and shift into extended side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Inhaling and exhaling, really use your strength here. Push away a little bit. Inhale, bring yourself back up, arms out, and exhale. And once you bend your knee back to Warrior Two, you're going to take it right into Exalted Warrior. So those are the 4 postures that we'll be doing. And then inhale, come back up, let the arm come back down. Exhale, take that foot back in so you're still in a straddle. And then we're going to turn out your left foot. The arms are back up. Go back into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Make it strong. And then take that gaze over your hand so it's a compassionate warrior gaze. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, find triangle pose, Trikonasana. Tailbone slightly forward. Lift away, right? We don't want to push down to the floor. We want to lift and lift and lift, taking that chin down. We can either gaze forward or up at the hand. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, start to bend your left knee, bend your left elbow, extended side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Again, the head and gaze could turn. Inhaling and exhaling, but inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, and then take on Exalted Warrior. So you still have that Warrior Two leg. Our chest opens, our heart lifts, the head and gaze always just follow along here. Inhale on your way up and exhale. Drop that arm down. Take your feet back to center. Once you're in your straddle position, once again, forward fold over. With your hands on the mat, inhale, take a flat back and exhale. You're going to start to turn to your right foot, creating a high lunge pose. High lunge pose, heel is lifted. From the high lunge, your front foot coming back into plank pose. You can always modify this with your knees down and your feet up. I want you to take on that plank pose for another breath. Inhale, and when you exhale, slowly begin to lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Come all the way to the mat. Inhale to low cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift yourself back up. You could always roll up. Downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Could be a resting pose for a little bit longer if you need it. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, taking the hands down to the center of your heart, back down to your side, and then come back to your straddle. Got 2 more rounds to go here. We're going to turn out the right foot, take the arms back up, Warrior Two pose, slow it down, inhale and exhale. Feel your strength again, feel that power. Inhale, straighten the leg and exhale, triangle pose. Maybe a little bit more lengthening going on. Finding your head and gaze in that comfortable position. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, extended side angle pose. So your forearm can go on your thigh, or you can reach down to a block if you have it, to the floor, inner or outer foot. We want to keep these beautiful lines. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, take yourself into warrior two. That's an exalted warrior two. Inhale, come on out, and exhale. Drop the arm down, bring your foot back in. Make sure you're on the same line with your feet. Turn out your left foot. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Another breath or two. Straighten those arms. Really firm them like you're going to touch the right wall or the left wall or to infinity with your gaze. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, find your triangle pose. Again, you want to keep lengthening here. Lengthen through. So the heart center is lifted, the head and gaze is up, and you're only turning your head if you can keep that chin down and it's comfortable at your gazing point. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extended side angle pose, Parsva Konasana. So that arm movement, strong. Your forearm is on your thigh, or you're reaching down to the block or floor, keeping those beautiful open lines as you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, exalt this warrior. Oh, it feels so good. Just take your time here. And then lift yourself back out. Inhale. Exhale your foot back to center where you're going to stay in your straddle. Same line with the feet. Forward fold over. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, turn to your left this time, creating a high lunge pose. Go into plank pose. Modify when you need to. I'm going to show modified this time. All the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right down to the floor. Inhale, you can go low cobra, high cobra, or even upward facing dog. I'm just going to skip those and go back to Chaturanga plank, downward facing dog. You're going to walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. This is a great resting pose and a cooling pose. So again, you can just hang out for a little while longer if you want to. Stay in breath. Inhale, come up. As you're ready, exhale the hands right into the center of your heart, where you're going to drop your arms back down, and we have one more series on each side. So let's again go back to straddle. Turn out your right foot. Arms are coming up. Warrior two. Inhaling and exhaling here. Feel the power. Feel the posture. Gosh. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, triangle pose. When I look up, because the sky is way up there, wow. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extended side angle pose. So it's okay to keep that forearm on your thigh. It's okay to reach down as long as you're not buckling. Inhale, come all the way back up, and exhale. You've got your exalted warrior. Last one on this side. So sometimes you can, keep that arm straight. You can always bend the elbow like I've been doing, even touching your scope. Inhale all the way up, exhale out. Take your foot back in. Re-straddle. Make sure you're on the same line. Left foot turns out. Warrior two. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feeling good. Feeling that strengthening that's going on in your legs and hips, and also that beautiful stretch. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Trikonasana. Want those lines. You really keep those lines beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Maybe reaching with that bottom arm, reaching, finding the floor, finding more space. Inhale, on your way up. Exhale, exalted warrior pose. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, arms are coming back down. You're going to turn your foot back to your straddle, but we're going to walk it in. Once your feet are closer in, maybe a slight bit apart from each other, in Tadasana, let's forward fold one more time over. So taking that little bit of a cooling pose. I want you to inhale and exhale here. Hold on to your elbows. Let your head traction heavily. Put a tiny bend in the knees if your shins are falling back. Release those arms back down. Inhale one more time, coming up. Exhale the hands to your heart. Finishing off our practice with that heart beating strongly. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for coming in today. I would love you to check out my website, heartstohearts.com. I'll write it down in the section area. And I also do private lessons, and just love you to check out my website. You can first go on Facebook under Hearts to Hearts, and then go to my regular web page after that. So thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day.